So what I have here is the Tour Striker Swing Trainer. This was a concept born years ago, and basically the whole idea is to make a student aware of what's going on in their golf swing, the muscular confusion needed to actually learn something. Now, if you come to my golf schools, I'm going to physically put you in positions, go back and forth in video, manipulate your body, just like you're at a physical therapy session. But with this, I can do this remotely, meaning there is a video protocol that explains step by step how this band and how it connects to the club literally puts you in a place to develop a tour style swing with wonderful contact. So I would say with the protocols and this product in going through step by step, the super simple protocol number one with the short band and building your way up, this is the best way. If you can't come to see me in person, is the best absolute way to train on your own to build a wonderful and reliable, powerful swing, hands down. Because you're only looking at the golf club in your arms while you're looking down at the golf ball. You can't see what's happening behind you. But where this kind of tugs and forces and pushes on you, you develop awareness, stability, and structure that is hard to do unless you're one-on-one with a coach. So if you can't come and see me, I can walk you through all the feels and training with the Tour Striker Swing Trainer. You know, testing's been unbelievable. The before and after images of address and impact from the before swing to after swing has been unbelievable. So once people feel these forces and the way it manipulates the club's center of mass, it triggers the light bulb moment for many. And that could be just around the green, they had a light bulb moment, or using it in its full swing capacity. But it's funny, for some, they swing it great and it saves their short game. For others, it's the first time they've ever felt how a club can truly orbit inside out and how their body needs to actually feel to swing a golf club. For me personally, the swing trainer, I'm not getting any younger. So 56 years old, trying to keep up my speed, trying to keep my physicality. What's great about this is rubber band work, the confusion and the muscular stability you need at certain parts in your swing, it awakens your need for structure and it gives you stability through how your shoulders behave, how your arms behave, elements that if you don't pay attention to that as you get older, you get kind of lazy and you lose your ability to be your best athlete. So for me, I like to put it on for a few minutes just to feel the bigger positions, how to be high and wide. I have this visual of Rory McIlroy's beautiful swing and the sense of the positions he hits. And honestly, through using the swing trainer, I kind of feel like I get closer to that. I wish I was at his speed. I'm not, but at least I feel like I'm in those shapes and I can sustain that as I get a little bit older. So muscular stability, muscular strength in the golf space tends to be kind of scary words. People just want to kind of swing their swing. And I say swing your swing if it works, but most swings don't work. So it's kind of necessary to have a guide, and you have a rubber band guide, and we walk you through step by step how to best build the radius of a great inclined circle and how that circle moves from wide to narrow, how you touch the ball, have a great divot. Many people have never taken a divot in the right spot until they've done time with their swing trainer. So through stability and awareness, people get way better. It sounds scary, it's just awakening, and that's what I'm trying to provide. So what's fascinating is I think the protocol is pretty thorough. I go through the protocols. I think we just shot for 3.5, 4 hours, and that'll be, cut down a little bit. But what's cool about it is the best coaches in the world, I don't think everything, and I'm super open to suggestion. So when coaches get their hands on this and they use it with their students, they say, hey, Martin, look how I use this. And I'm like, hey, way to go, that's awesome. Whether they put the connector on to force people into different fields with how their wrist conditions might be, how they use it, the way we use it on the upper body now versus just around the waist is different from how coaches have used it in the past. So I'm super excited for this to get out to the world and for the feedback to come back to us. And people hit us up on the socials and they post, Tour Striker Swing Trainer hashtag, and they share it. And I love reposting coaches' videos and student videos. So if you get it and you use it and you're a fan of taking swing videos, which I want you to do, post it on your socials. Tag at Martin Chuck PGA on Instagram. Tag at Tour Striker Golf. Let us share your success on the socials. We love to see it, and we love to see how you develop using your swing trainer. So obviously on tour now, you see how critical distance is. Well, I tell you what, if you're in a, I always joke, I say, if you have a small parking lot, it's no fun having a Ferrari. And if you have a short, stunted golf swing, it's no fun. You can't hit it far. So what this allows you to do is feel the structure and radius and width to create as big a swing as you can, so you can have your biggest parking lot to get your Ferrari up to speed, so you can whack it as far as you can for your physicality. Let's face it, some people can dunk a basketball, I can't, that's fine. But for my physicality, I can have a big enough swing with enough leverage to play most any golf course pretty darn well. You know, sometimes people say, man, that does so many things, it's confusing. And I go, yeah, absolutely. You know, I don't apologize for that. That's why we took great care to do a ton of protocols so people can go, hey, I need a lot of work in my short game. Let's be honest, people aren't great from 20 to 40 yards. They might say they are, but they're not. We test them, they're not. But when they learn how to have radius and they learn how to maintain their levels, they're fantastic. So that's one part of a massive amount of uses for this. Now there's full swing technique that can help you with the swing trainer. There's pitch shots, all those intermediate shots. This is a trainer that creates muscular awareness and a little bit of confusion, so you can be more of a heightened golfer as far as knowing where the club is swinging around you on that inclined circle. So I don't apologize for all the things this can do for you. You can poke through the protocols and choose the one thing you want to focus on and really take mastery of that. So people say, you know, Martin, I don't know, I'm too old for this. I don't think it's going to help. And I say, rubbish. Because if you are older and you need awareness, you need to awaken some of the muscles and stability. And guess what? I don't expect you to put this on and be at a public range where you might get sneers and jeers from onlookers. They're just jealous anyway. Do this in the comfort of your own home. Put it on a golf club. Get in an open space where you're not going to hit the chandelier, and put yourself through these protocols. Hit some foam balls if you want to. I don't care. Awaken those muscles. Feel that little bit of confusion so you start to create new connections for your physicality. That's training the nervous system to be better, and that's what I want for you. So here's the thing that blows my mind. You know, this has been out for a number of years now, and this is its best iteration, and I'm happy to relaunch it. And from years past, I can't tell you how many people have said, Martin, I finally understand the golf swing now. I didn't understand it before, even when I took lessons. It took some of the pushes and pulls and forces and torques from the rubber bands and the protocols that you made to help me really kind of tie in some things, and I'm grateful for that. And that warms me as a coach, because that's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help people have more fun hitting the center of the face. That's the drug of golf. And most people, I mean, this is a wild looking thing, and tour players use it. They don't mind being on a range, training with it. Most folks at a public course aren't going to use it on a range, and that's okay. Use it at home. Build that awareness at home. It will transfer to when you go hit balls on a range or go play in the golf course. You'll have those feelings. I always say good golf is a history lesson, meaning you need to go back in history, draw on a shot that was successful for you, draw on a feeling that was successful for you, so you can apply it in the heat of war when you're on the golf course. And you're going to learn how to have those feelings. They're going to get stitched into your golf psyche. You're going to do a great job with those new sensations that you have confidence in. You'll apply it on the course and hit much better golf shots. Obviously, back in the day, there was a product that I was involved in called the PlaneMate. I was the primary designer of the PlaneMate and the protocols, but we've changed it quite a bit. You can see it's got a flocked safety sleeve on the band for a variety of reasons. One, the sun's not getting to that. Part of the problem with the old one was if you left it hanging on your bag, the sun would hit the rubber bands would age way too quickly. That doesn't happen now. And you have the benefit of the safety sleeve. Should the band snap, it's going to snap within the sleeve. And it's also super comfortable on the arms. And it gives me a little bit more opportunity to challenge you in a more interesting manner because I can have the bands pulling in different ways, where when it's just rubber on your skin, it would pull hairs out of your arms and that was no fun. So we've made changes. We made changes with the material and the clamp so it's a bit more snug on the shaft. We've added the foot strap. The foot strap's a huge advantage now with the new swing trainer because now you've got this feeling against the ground with your hips and how your knees work, which is a massive awareness for good players. I love using the foot strap, whether I'm hitting short shots or long shots, just to have awareness of how my legs are flexing and straightening and pushing and rotating helps a ton, and I know it's going to help the golfers out there. People say, okay, I did the protocols, what now? Typically, you're going to have this amazing honeymoon session where you do the protocols, it's like, wow, that was enlightening. And like anything, that fades, and you just need every once in a while a little touch up. I might use this for, consistently for 2 or 3 days and leave it hanging on the side of my bag and not touch it for 2 or 3 weeks. But once you get used to it, you start to have those connections quicker and quicker because those feels become more familiar. I would say initially go through all the protocols from the short band to the long band to the short game, and then choose the one you really like, focus on it, what's going to help you most in your game, and then you only have to kind of drip in that feel again 2 weeks later, a month later, revisit it when it's important or when you feel maybe you're slipping back into some habit that did not serve you well and you need the sensations provided by the swing trainer.